Welcome to Africa Entrepreneur. If you are new to this channel, my name is Ouro. You can just call me Ouro, O-U-R-O. I'm an entrepreneur and so concerned about African development. I motivate African brothers and sisters to launch business in Africa. If you are someone who really thinking about launching successful and sustainable business in Africa, Africa Entrepreneur channel is your channel. Please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. So like this, you will get notified each time I publish a new video. In last week's video, I talk about entrepreneurship and fulfillment of commitment, which is really important in order really to succeed or build a successful and sustainable business in Africa. In today's video, I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship and honesty, which is really also important. 2 days ago, I had a discussion with a friend. We were talking about entrepreneurship or entrepreneur in Africa. And according to him, those who succeed in Africa are those who are not honest. Those who are businessmen and they succeed, they are the one who not they're not honest. And I was so shocked to to hear something like this. And I said, no, there's no way. How can people who are not honest are the one who succeed? And he was so serious about that. And I say, okay, this really, I'm gonna do a video about this. So entrepreneurship and honesty. So before I give the relationship between entrepreneurship and honesty, I just want to give the definition of honesty. An example, 2 examples. Honesty means to speak the truth and act truthfully. When you speak the truth and you act truthfully, you are an honest person. When you do the right thing, you are an honest person. When you do you don't do the right you don't do the wrong thing, you are an honest person. When you not deceiving, you are an honest person. When you not cheating, you are an honest person. If you don't steal, you are an honest person. When you do something that you say and you say something you do, you are an honest person. You see, it's simple. So to be honest, really to say the truth, speak the truth, and also act truthfully. When you do those two things, speak and act truthfully, you are honest. That's the definition of the honesty. Now, let's see. The 2 examples, simple example, will really help you to understand what is really honesty mean. And for me, it's really very important to understand first the word honesty before going into the relationship between entrepreneurship and this word. So let's take this example. We have a mom with a son, and the mom observed that the table was broken, and the mom asked his son, my son, who broke this table? And the son says, Mom, it's me. I'm the one who broke the table. You see, the son was honest with his mom. He tell the truth about broken the table. So that is honest thing to do. Now let's see the second example. The mom asked the son, "Son, I don't want you to play game at this particular time. I don't want to see you." Okay. Now the son went to hide and play game at this particular time, without the mom knowing. Now, when the son finished playing the game, he came out and mom didn't know and didn't tell the mom that he went to hide and play the game. This is not honest thing to do. So the son wasn't not honest to his mom. So you see, those are the definition, and I just give the definition of the honesty and give the example of honesty. Now, let's see the relationship between honesty and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs are the one who create product. They make a product. They do services, and before they do this, they need to put a team. They put in place a team. The team is made of like employee or partners. So let's take example of employee. You want to hire employee who are going to work to make the product. You must tell them the truth. You must tell them what is in your company. You must tell them if they have some kind of benefit in the company. Yes, they will receive the benefit once they in your company. If there is no benefit, you tell them there is not just kind of benefit. And once they get into in your company and they found that there is no benefit, and you promise them in your in your hiring process, that was not honest thing to do. So you were not honest with them, and they found out that it wasn't true what you told them. So as entrepreneur, you're going to be maybe the boss, you're going to be manage stuff, you have to tell the truth with your employee and with your partners. You have a partner, you have to tell the truth. They have to know everything that you sign agreement, the partnership agreement. You must not hide something to them. So they also must not hide something to you. So that is the honest thing to do. Now let's see a product. Let's take a product. We, as I said before, an entrepreneur, they make product, and the product have the characteristic. Okay, so let's say this farmer producing organic soybean, and in his farm is using chemical, artificial chemical. He use non-organic fertilizer. And he has a soybean. He harvested his soybean, and he went to the market and present his soybean as organic soybean, which is really not. It's not organic, because he used those fertilizer, those chemical who really once you use them, the product that you're gonna have is not organic. So that's the example. Let's take also example of a honey producer. He produces honey. Now, he want to really have a lot of honey, have a lot of money, and he tell the customer that is producing natural honey. So natural means that there's no something. You're gonna add anything. So there is no you're not gonna add anything besides the pure honey, the natural honey. And him making the honey, is mixing the natural honey with the sugar, and he put it in barrel and present it as natural honey, which is really not natural. Is not organic, is not natural, is something what you added. So once something is added which is not really done natural, pure, is not natural. So this is an example. Let's say the example of the kind of food products that come from Africa to go to they get exported to Europe and America, and sometimes you have those kind of products. The producer, they mix the stuff because they now maybe if this not get a check, they can mix some other ingredient which is not are not really the main ingredient, and say that it is let's take example of beans powder. The beans powder, Beans, to produce beans is really is not easy, and they want to have a beans powder, and they make a powder, and add the cassava powder inside it and mix well, and they put it in the packaging, and they put it is a bean powder, which is not 100% beans powder. It's mix of beans powder and cassava powder. So bring that and sell in Europe, in America as beans powder is really cheating. You really not telling the customer, the consumer, the truth. You mix the stuff inside and you say is 100% bean. Let's show you. This is there are many examples like this. So let's see now example of what do you call it? Services. You have a house you're going to build, and you hire an entrepreneur who's going to do the job, and you agree with the rate of cement and the sand, and the entrepreneur started building the house, and it changed the rate in his favor, and make less cement and more sand. So he's going to build a house. The house will look nice, but the house will not last longer than the previous house, which was supposed to be built with the previous rate. And that is not, you're not telling the truth, you're not doing the truth stuff, you not honest with the owner of the house. So this is an example. Let's see also, we have someone, a buyer, want to buy a product, and a seller. The seller is an entrepreneur. He has a business, and they says, okay, he has this kind of product to sell it, and the buyer is ready to buy. And sometimes maybe the buyer is there is a distance between them, and they agree to really have the product by really certain time, and the time get it, and the person found out, the buyer found that the seller didn't have the product with him. He has to run to get the product, because for him, he really wants to have the market first before going get the product, which really is not really good, because you must have the product before telling the buyer that you have to make sure that 100% you have the product before telling the buyer that you have the product. So this is an example also for something that is an honest thing to do. There are stuff like this we can encounter in Africa, which really not really helping they're not helping those company. And something that I want to share with you that it touched me when I saw that we have those young African young who went to visit Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote is the richest man of Africa, and they were really want to ask him a few questions and also advice also. And there was one of them, she's a woman, and she asked Aliko Dangote, if I want to be the next Dangote, what I have to do? And Aliko Dangote laughed and tell her, okay, listen, I'm going to tell you this. You want to be the next, if you want to be the next Dangote, you have to be honest. That was his answer. You have to be honest, and you must make sure you don't destroy your name. You must make sure you don't destroy your name. And I quote him, he added, he said, your name is the most valuable asset you have. It's that serious. So, as entrepreneur, we building a product. We have the name behind it. We have the brand. The brand that you have, that's your name. you have to really not, you don't want to destroy that. And once you deliver a wrong service, you don't do what you say in the product, or your product doesn't represent what you say, all this stuff, you really destroying your brand, your name, which is not really good. And as Aliko Dangote said, is your most valuable asset. So don't destroy the unit. So I'm calling my fellow African brother and sister who really already in the business, or who are thinking to be in the business. You have to take that advice very serious. Let's please try to be honest. Let's do it. Once we do, we're gonna build a sustainable and successful business in Africa. Be honest, be honest, be honest is a key to success in entrepreneurship. That is my today message. I hope you like it. If you like, please give thumbs up. And if you didn't subscribe yet, please do so. And don't forget, share this video, share it as much as you can. See you next video. African Entrepreneurship Revolution start now. Thank you so much. Your brother, Ouro.